You guys must really love the planet because a lot of you are in solar. I get a ton of comments on YouTube and on the Skool that you guys want to learn how to make meta ads for solar campaigns. So let's go ahead today and let's make a bunch of ads. Let's set up a campaign. I'm going to show you a new feature on Facebook that's going to help you get more leads. And you're going to do it a lot easier than you could have done in the past because, guys, lead forms are dead, but have they been revived? We're going to find out in this video. As always, guys, you can join the free Skool, link in the description. If you join the free Skool, again, you don't have to pay $1. You can get access to all the templates in this video. I post them in the free Skool. There's a whole folder with a bunch of templates for every single niche. And all you have to do is join that free Skool. You join almost 3,000 other members. By the time we post this video, there's probably gonna be 3,000 members in that. We're also revamping the entire course. We're gonna be redoing everything. It's gonna be pretty sweet, guys. We have some big plans for this year, as I've said before. So without further ado, let's jump on the computer. I'm gonna show you 3 different tools to create solar ads. I'm gonna show you how to set up a campaign, and then I'm going to show you a more of an advanced funnel, a little sneak peek to an advanced funnel that I'm setting up for solar. So again, let's take a look at the computer, see what we can come up with today. All right, guys, so we have some ads here that I've written. I utilize ChatGPT. I have some different prompts that I use to create ads. You can't just go into ChatGPT and expect to create incredible, ads just by say, make me some solar ads for Meta. I like to create projects inside of ChatGPT, give it some kind of background of what I'm looking for, and then get it to write me a bunch of different types of ads. So I had it write these, and then I made some edits to them. Some big things to note right off the bat is what I like to focus on is having strong CTAs. So instead of saying like learn more or get your free quote or get your free inspection, that's kind of been done a lot. So I want some version of see if you qualify, but I would actually even go further than ChatGPT has done here and see if you qualify for whatever the offer is that you're talking about. Okay, so in this one, see if you qualify for 0 down solar, which is a pretty overdone ad at this point, in my opinion. I think that's a bit overused. Get paid to go solar is probably overused. And again, I'm just using what ChatGPT has given me here and kind of talking through it with you guys. Own your power, don't rent it. Renting power from utility companies like throwing money away. So I've seen this before, but it's maybe interesting. Free home battery, that could be an interesting hook. I like the escape utility rates hike ads. I think those are really strong. One that I've seen work for myself is energy prices are set to increase. And let's go ahead and write an additional ad here for you guys. Okay, so again, these are going to be in a folder in the free Skool. You don't have to pay me anything. You can go get it for free, guys. And there's roofing ads in there, mortgage, insurance, there's a bunch of stuff. So one thing that I think could be cool here, I've seen this ad work. A couple people in Skool were talking about it. What's the way to say this? Basically, instead of saying like, hey, slash your bill by 50%, we're going to say pay nothing for electricity. Want free electricity. Something like that, okay? Want free electricity. I'm going to steal this one. Did you know that with solar, you can now cut your electric bill to literally $0? And Henry Homes is the brand we're gonna be using. That's kind of one of our test brands. And I'll show you a quick lander too. We're working on some new landing pages and funnels right now that have been crushing it for our clients. So another thing to kind of stay tuned for is we're really gonna be doubling down on this type of funnel. So you'll see some stuff on the YouTube channel coming up. We're focused on quality this year. You've seen some other videos where I talk about just focusing on getting the highest quality lead possible, which comes from having a more extensive quiz, usually a more extensive landing page. We want people to kind of jump through some hoops because, lead buyers just don't want to pay for junk leads anymore. They just don't have no one has time to deal with crappy leads. But I'm going to show you one thing today with lead forms that's going to it's going to be a test. We're going to run a test here. See if we can get some higher quality leads with lead forms if you're new to this and you don't know how to build landers just yet. But I would recommend learning how to use landing pages using Unbounce. So this is another kind of additional ad. Beat the 22% increase in electricity hikes. Protect your home from rising costs. Your payment on the panels can be less than is paid for by your electric savings. Almost like it's free. Okay. The longer wait, the more you're paying. Find out today if your home qualifies protection for the big price hike. So I've copied this ad over, obviously. Find out today if your home qualifies to cut your electric bill to 0. Excuse me. Okay. So headline. Oh, that's a headline. Is that a headline? Did I have a headline? Oh, not on that one. So got a couple different ads that I think are decent here. I actually think ads, I'm probably going to run with ad 6 and 7 I just think this is a better hook. We could maybe try Henry Homes lock in low predictable energy costs with a custom solar solution. Protect yourself from future rate hikes. Start saving money now. I'm going to pontificate on these Gary Vee style as I think about this in the video. But let's go ahead and make some ads. So you've seen in my roofing series that I like to create ads using a few different tools. I've already gone ahead with Idiogram and I gave it a prompt of one of the ads here to make me some images. That's interesting. It's gone a little too overboard here. So let's go and say solar can cut your electric bill to 0. See what it gives me for that. We're also going to try out Revid, which I really, really love. It's been working well for us, and it's just an AI kind of generator. So I actually like to use the script generator on Revid. So I'll go script generator. Guys, these videos always end up being super long-winded, so I'm going to try my best to just keep this short and sweet and give you like a little taste of each of these, and then you can go and mess around with them, okay? So the script generator is really powerful. Tell us a bit more. I'm going to give it my actual Facebook ad here, and then I can say I want something that's like, again, focused on quality. I want something a little bit longer, get people like truly interested. Let's go ahead and generate some video scripts. And while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and plug in AI creators. We are going to do a captions ad as well. We actually have a new tool that you can use that I'm just working on with George, who's one of the coaches in Leadbase Pro. He has a way to actually bulk upload scripts into this and kind of bulk export videos, because this does take a while to use. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be pretty unreal. I want AI creators. I want custom. There we go. Edit style. We're going to go with people who are walking tend to do a bit better. I'm going to try her out. Maybe she's walking there. That looks pretty good. Let's work with her. Okay, so again, you can go and create a bunch of versions of this. You've seen in my other videos as well how I split test ads. Usually I like to use AdsCook, which allows you to split test up to, well, as many ads as you want at once, depending on your budget. I'm going to keep things a little bit more simple in this video, okay? So here we go. We've got our scripts. Absolutely free electricity with solar panels, and your power company doesn't want you to know this. I don't love the know this. Doesn't want you to know this hook. $0 electricity bills are now possible with solar panels, and most homeowners don't even know about it. I've been helping families switch to solar energy before the massive electricity price increase. I like this one. Let's use this one. Okay, so we've got a script. We're going to educational. I don't know if I trust educational, but let's go realist, and let's go educational. Let's see what it does for that. And then, by the way, I am on a paid plan here. I think it's about $30 a month or something like that. Or you pay for credits. This thing's so worth it, guys.
Gratitude is riches. Complaint is poverty.
Let's go with him. I love Blade Runner. It's that love that sound. So good. Okay, so we're going to generate a script here. We've got captions being created. We've got Idiogram ready. Let's see what Idiogram gave us. Okay, so pretty stocky, which is fine. The cool thing about Idiogram is we can create a bunch of these and test a bunch of different styles out. That could be cool. See your side. It doesn't make any sense. Pretty cool though. Cower your electric bill. Okay. Solar, power your life, not your bill. Okay, so these aren't great. I think I just need to go no text. A house with solar panels and a graph showing red arrow down. Let's see what that does. So let's go ahead and start to set up these ads here. Okay, so we've got leads here. We're going to do instant forms for this video because I'm going to show you a new tool that Facebook has. We're going to go solar. And we're going to do something different here. So I'm going to go ad set budget. Not different, sorry, but we're going to kind of manually set up a split test here without using AdsCook. In case that you're, if you're completely new to this, you want to set up something really simple. We're going to go instant forms. We are not going to use dynamic creative. So the strategy that we like to use is we like to set up a really good A/B split test when we're starting out with ads. And then once we kind of verify which ads are working, which copy creative combinations are working, then we can move into dynamic creative because that allows us to really plug in a bunch of ads that can mix and match. It depends on what you have in the ads as well. Like if I have one ad that's like get solar for free, and then I have one ad that's maybe focused on something else, I might need different landing pages. But really what I want to do is mix and match a lot of hooks. So having like go solar, electricity bill to 0, prices are going up, all yada, 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 yada. See if you qualify for these new solar deals, whatever it might be. or see if you qualify for the rebate, see if you qualify for X. So depending on what that final call to action is, we might have to kind of shift our landing page. But again, for the purpose of this, I'm going to keep the call to action one call to action so that we can do things a little bit more simple. I'm going to test just a couple different ads here. So what we've found is in previous videos I've had one ad set and one ad that per budget, per $2. So I'd have $2, one ad set, one ad. And I test just those $2 a day on every single one of them so that I could see exactly what's working, give them exactly $2 each. I don't want Facebook to tell me where to put that money because it's going to push all the money to maybe one ad. So if you guys don't know this, sometimes Facebook will just push all of the money to one of your ads and not give any spend to the other ones. So what we do is we set up a bunch of different ad sets so that we can set the ad set budget to whatever we want, and it has to spend that amount. Therefore, it will push that exact amount to a single ad, and we can see exactly how the ad is working. So in this video, I'm going to set up just 3 ad sets with my 3 favorite creatives from each of these tools. What you could do is expand on that and set up more ad sets and have more split tests going on. But I'm going to kind of show you the basic idea of this, okay? I'm going to go with $10 because what we want to do is kind of think about how much money do we need to spend per day to kind of give Facebook a chance to optimize this a little bit. I was talking with George, again, who's a coach in the bootcamp. He tested with $2 and he thought for roofing, you need to spend closer to $10 to $12 because Facebook's an auction. We don't want to compete at that auction. And sometimes roofing and solar as well, probably similar cost per lead. We want to be able to get clicks on those ads. And sometimes clicks are $4 to $5, depending on the ad. So if we're spending $2, we might not even get a click in a day. So that's why we need to spend a little bit more, which is why you also might have to test less ads because maybe you can't afford to spend hundreds of dollars a day like Big Dog George. Okay, so Henry Home Solar. Again, this is I actually have a solar brand that I created like 2 years ago. So we have that ready. Henry Home Solar. We're gonna go. We're just gonna go completely broad on this to see what we can get. I'm actually kind of curious to run this in Canada. Should I run it in Canada? I think I'm going to. Let's see what happens in Canada. I remember running this in Canada and getting super cheap leads in the past. If you've seen one of my videos, I got like I got leads for like 48 cents or something nuts. Let's run it in Canada and see what happens. I'm just very curious. This is actually also something that I've seen recently is there's a couple people in the bootcamp, which is now called Leadbase Pro, by the way. There's a couple people in there that are in different countries rather than the US, and they're crushing it because the US it's always going to be the most saturated. That's where a lot of lead gen happens. So there's people in different countries in Europe. There's people in Asia, in Australia that are doing very well. In South America, just something to consider. If you live in one of those countries, you don't have to go to the US. You can run lead gen in your own country. Every single country has businesses and services that are trying to be sold and they need leads. So, if you speak a certain language and you live in a certain country, maybe consider running in that country. You don't have to go to the US, which also might put you at a disadvantage if you don't speak fluent English, that's okay. I can't even speak fluent English apparently. Mostly because I've been talking too much this morning. Okay, we've got our first ad set. We're gonna run in Canada, my home country, which I also live in now, so I don't know why I said home country. We've got an ad we're gonna set up here, and let's actually go back to the ads and see what we got here. Okay, so this is our first ad. I'm going to be posting this in the folder, like I said, in Leadbase.
$0 electric bills are now possible with solar panels, and most homeowners don't even know about it. I've been helping families switch to solar energy before the massive electricity price increase hits next month. The best part? Your monthly panel payment is completely covered by the money you save on electricity.
Okay, so I like this ad already. Just for feedback reasons on the mic here, I'm not going to play any more of it, but you guys can watch it afterwards. So right off the bat, I like prices are going up. You could cut your bill to 0. And then this one says, the money you save will pay for the solar, which this bill is all mangled. And I think that's actually really interesting. A lot of times typos and weird stuff like attract people's attention. So we're definitely going to be exporting this video and using it. Compression, export. Okay, so we've got one. Let's see how this girl did. Guys, and the purpose of this video is just to kind of show you some basics and some thought processes for how to run these types of ads. Again, a lot of people just take a template or they do something very simple or they do what everybody else is doing. And I want to teach you guys to kind of think for yourself and go and create new stuff. Try some different hooks. Don't just use what I use, because every hook I've used here, I have seen before. So maybe you can think of something completely different. If you're just running the same like zero down solar ad like everybody else is, chances are you're going to struggle to generate leads because people have seen that already. Okay.
Did you know that with solar, you can now cut your electric bill to literally zero? Henry Homes is helping homeowners lock in lower fixed energy rates with solar before the next rate hike hits.
Okay, I don't love this girl. Sorry to her. It's a little finicky. So what you have to do with captions is try out a lot of people. But again, that's why we're testing things out in this video. I'm going to go ahead and export this. You can go try some other people. There's one older, like silver fox looking guy that works pretty well. There's one guy with glasses who sits at a computer. I'll actually show you him really quickly. She just seems, well, also the cat. Actually, I'm not going to export this because the captions are all weird. Let's just see if I can fix that quickly. Aspect ratio. Yeah, why did it do that? 4:5. There we go.
Beat the 22% increase in electricity hike.
That's weird that they put the captions out like that. Oh, 9:16. That's what I really want.
Protect your home from rising.
There we go. Okay, well, we're going to export this regardless. And I'll come back and I'll show you another guy. I'll show you a couple people that actually work pretty good on captions, okay? Let's see what we got here. Okay, so I'm not loving, okay, this is interesting. I think this is at least interesting. Let's go with that one. I don't like stuff like this, like renderings don't work a lot of the time. I like something that looks a little bit more real. Let's remix this. Does it let me remix? Real looking stock photo homes. Let's just see if that works. I do everything for speed, guys. So some of my prompts are like, I don't know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Let's come back to that. We're exporting that one. We're going to set up this Revid one here. And we're going to go into Ads Manager. Okay, guys, so we're going to set up our ad here. We need a lead form. This video is already quite long, as per usual. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. We're going to use our Facebook ads cheat sheet. This is in the free Leadbase. Excuse me. Because I like the ad copy, or the lead form copy that's on here, rather. Okay, so do you qualify for offer? Let's set up our lead form, and we're actually going to be able to set up text verification on this lead form, which is pretty cool. Facebook has now built that into the lead forms. So we're going to actually be able to verify people's numbers, because a lot of times when people autofill stuff, they don't put the right number in, and we actually get to verify that now, which could be a game changer for lead forms. You guys have heard me knock on lead forms before. The quality has not been there for lead forms. It's fine for testing. When you're first testing, you can use lead forms to test your creatives, because you want to be able to see just if your creatives are working, get some easy leads on lead forms, and then you can always bring that to a lander. And I'll show you an advanced lander at the end of this video, like I said. Enter a short headline. See if you could quit your electric bill to 0. Okay. We don't want to waste your time. We definitely need phone number here. And it's so nice you cannot do autofill now. This is amazing. So guys, they have, like I said, they've updated this. We're going to add in. This could make actually a really big difference on lead forms. So again, if you've never run a Facebook ad in your life, basically this was all autofill before, and it could autofill someone's information from like 10 years ago. That's why the quality on lead forms tends to not be great. So what you had to do was manually create questions for all these, so they had to manually type it, but now they're making it so you can autofill that. So that is going to make a huge difference. Privacy policy. So what you can actually do if you don't have a privacy policy is go to privacy policy generator, generate a privacy policy, website. So this was the more advanced page I was going to show you after, but we're going to use it for creating our privacy policy. American English. Yes. Do you have users in the UK? No. Do you have users in Canada? Yes. Okay. No, they don't create an account. Nope, we don't target users under 18. Don't need that. Phone numbers, emails, names. For now, I mean, we could just use select other stuff here. Do we collect sensitive info? No. I'll pause and come back. Basically, you can use this to create a privacy policy. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to literally use my website because I have a privacy policy. But again, you can basically Google privacy policy generator and create one just like that. I'm literally just going to plug in my website for now, just for the purpose of this video not being forever long, because it already is long. We can add custom disclaimers here as well if we want to say, I agree to be contacted by a solar pro to learn about my options. Solar Pro. We'll just do that. You can mess around with how you word this. Oh, right. I agree to be contacted by Henry Homes and their partners to receive a solar quote. So we're adding another piece of friction here to get a little bit higher quality. Oh, that's cool. After lead submits in some form agrees to receive messages for your business, chat with a chat that includes their contact information will start in Messenger. That's actually pretty cool. Let's test that. All right, guys, I was just making sure I could get this text verification to work here. I don't want promo code. Why did you do that? What you could do here is you could either have, hey, one more step, check out, or click below to book in the calendar if you wanted to have a booking here. I like to have, thanks, you're all set, but there's one more step. Select your time below to get your full solar savings results or something like that. So we can kind of try and get bookings that way. But for this video, I want to try this because I think it's interesting. We're just going to send them to our website, see if it lets me create this form. And then the cool thing is now require SMS verification to submit form. Very interesting, very cool. Let's try that out. Let's see if Facebook's going to have some decent text verification for us here. Okay, so we've got our form, we've got text verification. We're going to add some creative. We're going to do a single image ad. I'm just going to test 3 of these. I'm going to throw in a video ad. Okay. And then I'm also going to throw in just a single primary text here. Okay, add text option. We're just going to do a single text, so we're not going to do that. And it's going to try and force me to do some other. I guess you could, if they're very similar, you could, as long as the ad copy is like this is quite similar, right? So go to 0. You know what? Let's just do it. We're going to throw in one of these and see if it makes a big difference. The headlines, I don't worry too much about as long as they're, again, in line with our ad. We'll try a few different of those. If we're split testing headlines like this, it's not the biggest deal because the headline usually doesn't make a ton of a difference if it's similar. So these are all very similar headlines, right? If it was something completely different in terms of a hook, that could make a difference. Call to action, I actually like to have learn more because it's just less committal. And then we're going to, I don't want customization. We don't want any of that. Oh, text from the video may be covered by the profile.
$0 electric bills are now possible with solar panels.
Yeah, so it's kind of cut
and
off,
most homeowners don't
which
even
isn't
know
ideal.
about it.
So we might have to
I've been helping
crop
families
that.
switch to
Let's go
solar
like this.
energy before the massive electricity price increase hits next month. The best part? Your monthly panel payment is completely covered by the money you save on electricity.
I guess what I should have done in
Basically like
Revid is
getting
actually
free
exported this
And
square,
with the new 22%
which I can do
electricity rate
in the
hike
future.
coming,
That's fine though.
solar could save you
Again, for the purpose of the video, I'm just going to publish that. And then what I would do, guys, is I would duplicate this and put as many variations of ads in as possible, kind of thing, or as many as I'm willing to kind of spend my money on. You could go as low as $5, I think, on an ad set budget. It just depends on what niche you're in. If you're in a lower cost niche like life insurance, you could go low as $2 or $3. And one quick note, guys, some of the actors I like on here, like I said, are walking. This girl has worked pretty well. This guy has actually worked well just sitting here. He just looks more lifelike. When he's walking, he looks pretty good too. So just try and find people, that guy looks pretty legit. Walking's good, and just find people that look more lifelike. That's obviously going to be important. And I'll quickly show you guys the lander that we're going to use in the future in this series. So again, this is obviously testing lead forms. I want to see if this text verification's going to work. But in the future, I'm going to be testing a page like this. So this is a example of one of our just more extensive click-through funnels that we've been using with a lot of success. This still needs to be cleaned up a little bit, but this is what we're going to be using. We want the highest quality leads, so we want people to click through from this to a quiz. Wow, it's funny. We literally built this 5 years ago. But this is what's going to be in the future, so we're working on this right now. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope this helps you get some ideas for your solar ads. Again, focus on quality this year. You can start with lead forms, really simple lead forms. You could always test the text verification on lead forms. But I think, what we've seen with our clients is just their sales numbers skyrocketing with higher quality leads. And we've seen, so for example, this past week, we had a client close about $10,000 in a single day for a not a super high kind of lifetime value product, a lower cost product, close about 10,000, 16 deals in a day or something like that with a pretty small sales team. And the reason that they were close to many is because we had this more extensive funnel in place. And so they went from, I think our lead cost went up by about 30-40% by adding a more extensive funnel in, but their close rate literally tripled. So you could see in that case why someone would obviously be willing to spend 30-40% more on ads to triple their close rate. So that's just another reason that we're focusing on quality this year. And again, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about this, if there's anything you think I missed, let me know. I know it's really hard to fit everything into a video, and hope you don't mind me ranting, and hope you learned something. So like I said, join the free school if you want all the files that were used in this video. I'll even include in the future, not quite yet, but this Henry Homes landing page for you guys in the future. It's a template that you can use. So yeah, everything in the video will be in there, and we hope to see you guys in the school. We appreciate you. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff on our road to 10K, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Thanks, guys.